Hoo-yah!
Howdy there, guys. Today is January 1st of 2018, and I wanted to do a video to follow up my last video, well, one of my last videos where I talked about putting $1,000 in to Cardano. So, the other thing to note is that it has been on an absolute tear. So, we bought in at 2,561 Satoshis at about 43 cents. Now, if I remember right, I think Bitcoin was a little bit higher at that point. So the Satoshi level, if it would have doubled, it would actually be at like 84 cents right now. My Satoshis have doubled, but my price hasn't doubled. So let's just take a look at this here real quick. We've got 71 cents compared to 43 cents. Now, do I think it's going to stop there? I really don't. I do have one concern though. The one concern I have is that the volume hasn't been extraordinarily high. So if I go back to the overall cryptocurrencies, we can see that Cardano is clearly number 5 now. And if you remember, I actually predicted it might even take number 4, and I think it still can. But the volume compared to Bitcoin Cash, 148 million versus 919 million, Litecoin, 641 million, volume's just not there yet. But I mean, a lot of that very well could be, we're talking about a different price tag here, but I mean, we should still see a relatively similar volume. So it's hard to know. It's hard to know for sure. So let's just go over here to, I really love Binance, by the way. This is where I do all my major trading, and if you need help getting into it, there's a lot of good tutorials and things out there, but basically you go to Binance. They do a great job walking you through how to sign up. Okay, so let's go to favorites, ADA. So I notice that I've got, these are my favorite coins, and I'll show you what I'm invested into. All my ADA are put into my actual hardware wallet, so they're not on Binance, and I recommend you to do that as well too. Okay, so if we look at the actual chart here, we bought in around this point, 2561. So, I mean, I don't know what day it was, but at this level. And just look at this. It's absolutely insane. Now, if we look at the actual depth, though, you can see a lot of people are looking to sell around this 55.40 market, or a pretty significant amount. We've got a buy window around 625,000 of them actually, which just dropped at around 5,000-ish, 5,100-ish. So it's hard to know. Like I feel like it's actually going to go up in price as we go forward. So the depth looks good. I mean, there are a lot of people trying to buy, and the sell wall is, I mean, in a pretty decent spot. So I feel the price is going to trend up, not significant. I mean, look at the buy orders that are in here right now. That's absolutely astronomical. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Let's go back to the candlestick. You can see we're right on the line. Like we shot up, we came down, we corrected a little bit. We've kind of built this, what I like to call, or what they call, kind of like a flag, where we're actually maintaining value for quite a while. That is awesome to me. I was actually worried when this shoot up happened. I thought it was going to drop right back down, because usually it's like hype, an article or something that happens, and then it just drops again. But no, we've held it. We've actually had some steady, nice, healthy corrections. We've come back up, sitting at 54.10, and the high 55.18 and 51.01. Okay, so Cardano, I really think this price is actually going to double yet, and I think it's going to double before the end of January. It just, everything is looking really good, and I mean, this day scared me a little bit because it shot up and a lot of people wanted to get out, but ultimately, the volume here is pretty insane, but ultimately, like, it's held pretty good, and the volume it's reasonable. I mean, there are people interested in it, there are people trading it. So I also wanted to talk to you guys real quick about Bitclave. This is an ICO that recently just finally distributed their tokens. It's going to be called the Consumer Activity Token, CAT. Here's the contract address. So if you look here, I participated in this ICO and I bought 5,479 CAT tokens. Now, the one thing about it is I got them for a 30% discount and they were 10 cents a piece, and I get paid about 7 cents a piece. If you look over here, I mean, granted, this is the only place you can actually buy or trade them, and they're floating around 14 cents. So, I mean, I have kind of doubled my money already on the Bitclave. I will say I put in Litecoin to purchase them, and like 2 days later, the Litecoin price shot up, so I would have been better off holding my Litecoin, but I think Bitclave has a lot of potential. Basically, what it allows you to do is you've got companies like Facebook and Google that actually um, collect your information for free. Like if they know that I care about cryptocurrency, they know that I care about technology, so I get ads related to that. Can we shift that around so that my information is mine? Google and Facebook just doesn't take it for free, and I can offer my information out for offers from companies that want to pay me directly because they know that's what I'm interested in. So I'll give you the best example. One of their betas that they've got running right now. Let me see if I actually can find that on here. But basically, one of their betas is like you are looking for new ICOs or projects to get behind. You go out there, you fill out some information about yourself. They give you information for ICOs or projects you might be interested in. Just for engaging with it and passing your information on, they give you some CAT tokens. And it's somewhere on here. So I'd also recommend like using something like MetaMask or something to pull your tokens in. It's too late to get into this one, but they did really good. I think the team behind this one's strong. I read the entire white paper on it. Now, I do want to say this industry is ridiculously complicated, ridiculously hard. So there's a high likelihood they're going to fail. But if they can make a dent in it, this thing could be huge, just absolutely huge. Not a huge fan always of things that are just built on the Ethereum, the network, but at the same time, what they're offering and what they're bringing to the table is pretty game changing if it works. And also, I mean, pretty good buzz around everything that they're bringing to the table. Okay, so a lot of my currencies are brought out to MetaMask, and actually have some of them hidden. Like I actually own a significant amount in this token called, let's go here, Ken. I own 500,000 or something like that of Ken. It might only be like 300,000, and I bought in at 0.0002, and it's almost it was doubled for a while, and it brought back down. I think this has some potential. It's by the guys that made Kick, and circulating supply is just astronomically high, but that doesn't matter. What really matters is the market cap. So I mean, I could see this tripling. I could see this going up to, you know, maybe it ends up being a $1 billion market cap at some point, which would be a 4x multiple on my investment. But I'm watching it. I mean, I think the philosophy behind it about rewarding people for natural engagements and various things that happen, like I can actually see that potentially working. All right, so let's jump right into to close out this video. ADA is amazing. I have all that sitting in my specific wallet that Cardano built, and I'm trying to remember the name of it actually, but if you go to the Cardano website, you can actually grab it, and it's the Daedalus wallet. It's actually pretty good. It took a while for it to sink down and get everything done. Transactions happened fairly quickly. I was pretty excited about how clean and crisp this wallet looks. So you want to set that up. You don't want to hold the money on the exchange, especially when you put a significant amount of money in it. And I'm starting to get that way with my overall. I usually don't even leave this much money in the exchange, but right now I have about 1,200 bucks sitting here. Let's see what it's actually at now. I mean, the estimate changes 1173. One of my latest investments that not significant because Poe is so low is I'm actually really excited about Poe. I think what they're trying to do makes a lot of sense. So if you're writing a book or you want to sell a book, rather than putting it up on something like Amazon, you can sell that book directly to individuals. They pay you directly. It becomes a decentralized exchange for your content. To me, that's phenomenal. And if we can have a very low cost in there, even if there are central hubs where that transaction happens, huge, because right now a lot of the money goes to companies. If you're self-publishing like Amazon, but also if you go through a publishing company, you get very little of that. I recently bought quite a bit of Fun as well too, and since then that price is about doubled as well. So I was pretty excited with that. Tron, Ripple, I bought a little bit of Ripple when the price was about $1.10, $1.20, with some extra Bitcoin that I had sitting around, and it's been on a tear. It doubled in price, and it took over a second market cap. And if I had known that, I'd put more money into Ripple. Substratum, kind of a long-term play. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. This is valued at like $90 right now. And IOTA, I own a little bit of this that I bought in when the price was in the $2 range. So all of these are doing pretty well right now. Poe is actually down, but I just recently bought that. So these are my fun coins. There's $1,200 sitting here. I probably will put in a little bit more, and I might even consolidate some of these down. Like the ones I really, really believe in are IOTA and Ripple for sure, but I also think Ripple might be a little bit overvalued now. So I'm debating on actually selling my Ripple out for Bitcoin or for some other currency, because I feel like Bitcoin's on the low end. I feel like Ripple's on the high end. I feel like Bitcoin could go up, and Ripple I think is going to come back down. I don't know. I got to figure that out. But if I do anything like that, I'll let you guys know. Anyway, guys, don't forget. I don't think it's too late to buy in to Cardano, but this is not professional advice. It's just me being excited about the technology they're bringing, and I think it's going to be $1.50 by the end of January. I know I said that. Actually, I said it'd be tripled, and I bought it at 43 cents, so $1.20. I think it for sure can be $1.20 by the end of January, but time will tell. I mean, it could also go to zero. All right, guys. Until next time, peace out.